Smell that? Smells like fresh meat for the grill. Like we got a little bit of Wolverine on the grill today for the menu. For all the common Joes and common Sallies in the know. Even more so than all the meaty talking heads. Seems like the NCAA is not too happy with Michigan. Rumor has it that they're sending their list of allegations letter to Michigan this week, and rumor has it that they're not too happy with how Michigan's handled this whole thing and how they feel like Michigan's been nonchalant and sort of thumbed their noses at the NCAA. And as you know, the NCAA has no rhyme or reason how they punish people, so they could punish you for jaywalking just like they would someone that murdered somebody. So I caution the Michigan fans to not think they're out of the woodwork here, because it looks like the NCAA may have a little bit of axe to grind and to prove that they still have some teeth. Let's talk about it. Smooth Up in Ya. That's the song of the day by the Bullet Boys. Smooth Up in Ya from the 1980s. And that's right, the NCAA is about to be smooth up in you, Michigan. But before we get to all that, here they come once again riding on against the outlawed posse. Now, in effect, in today's Four Horsemen shout-outs go to Big Cajones Kelly, Kathy Clark, Trucking with Cliff, and Dakota Green are saddled up and mounted up and ready to go. And they're going to help us with today's college football invasion. And if you want to get your random Four Horsemen shout out, as well as get your badge and get deputized, as well as possibly be the comment of the day, which comes later in the show, it's not but $2.99 a month. That's just 75 cents a week. It's a little join button over by the subscribe button. Also, you can do the big four, and they're all free. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Subscribing and sharing, most important, to get this party bigger and get this party crying. Getting right to it here, it seems like the NCAA is not really happy with Michigan from the reports I'm hearing from On3 Sports, among others. It seems like they think that, Michigan didn't really take this seriously, that they basically thumbed their nose at them, that they're the Michigan brand. They can basically do what they want to do kind of deal. And I have to caution you Michigan fans out there, I know from experience as an Alabama fan, that we did what we could do. We punished ourselves, went above and beyond, and they still hammered us because they had a point to prove. They had an axe to grind. And a lot of you have been saying that in the comments section of a lot of these boards that I've been looking at. The Michigan fans have been basically saying that the NCAA has an axe to grind against Michigan and Sharon Moore for some reason. And I'm just not buying that now. I do agree that the NCAA has no rhyme or reason how they punish people, and they're very inconsistent and very corrupt organization that does not deserve to be in charge of college athletics. That I agree with everybody on. And I'm sure the Michigan fans are feeling that way right now. I'm going to feel that way even more so if they do to Michigan what they done to Alabama. And the rumor has it that they're going to ban you guys probably from the postseason up to 2 years. That's a big blow, especially to Sharon Moore, who is a very green coach. He had a couple of games under his belt last year, but that program was already in place for him. That is probably part of the problem is Sharon Moore. And I'm going to bring back up something for y'all a little bit. Here's a blast from the past that y'all may or may not appreciate, but we're going to bring it up here anyway because I think this is part of the problem at Michigan outside of the NCAA.
Crazy 24 hours for your guys to win on the road in this environment when there were doubts. Sharon, what does it mean to you?
Well, I thank the Lord. Well, I thank Coach Harbaugh. Fucking love you, man. Love the shit out of you, man.
That is a little cringe. Now, I know a lot of you Michigan fans are going to get pissed off at me saying that, but come on, man. Y'all got to admit, that's a little over the top, man. It's a little overkill. Now, if someone's on the sidelines getting a little emotional because they just won or lost a game, I can understand you having that kind of emotion and crying a little bit. But this right here is bawling and grandstanding and putting on a show because he knows that Jim Harbaugh is out at the end of the year. I guarantee you. And you know, I don't have proof of that, but I guarantee you this guy right here knows that Jim Harbaugh is out at the end of the season. And this right here is a play for that head coaching job. And it's more the fault of the Michigan administration and the fact that you're being unfair to what I consider a great fan base and a great alumni base in Michigan. One of the more iconic brands in college football. Love y'all's helmet. Love y'all's fight song. But this hire right here, along with the NCAA coming in, could set Michigan back for about 10 years. And it could possibly even – let's bring that back up. Let's finish it up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and finish that up for y'all since it's a blast from the past, right? Let's go ahead and finish it up.
It's for you. For this university, the president, our AD, we got the best players, best university, best alumni in the country. Love you guys. These fucking guys right here. These guys right here, man. These guys did it. These guys did it, man. Talk to him, man. Love you.
That is overkill, class. That is the true definition of overkill and playing for a job. There's no place for that, man. That's just over the top, man. I could understand if his daughter died or somebody in his family died and he was bawling like that and wetting his diaper and losing his noodle like that. But that's one of the problems with Michigan right now. The state as a whole problem is they hired him on an emotional knee-jerk moment, in my opinion. He don't deserve the job. He's never been a head coach before. It's a bad idea, in my opinion, to start out as a head coach at a blue blood program like Michigan. And to roll over and just give him the job was an injustice to your fan base and to your alumni and Michigan administration. Y'all will regret this hire, I promise you. And the ones of y'all saying that the NCAA is coming in trying to make it where Sharon can't succeed, I don't get that. Explain it to me in the comment section. Because why would the NCAA have an axe to grind with Sharon, who's never been a head coach and never done nothing to him? They don't have an axe to grind with him. They don't. And they don't really have an axe to grind with Michigan. Michigan's a big brand. And for them to punish Michigan, it's going to hurt them money-wise. So they really have no reason or agenda to punish y'all, in my opinion. Whereas with Alabama, back in the day, they did have a reason. Because Alabama back in the 90s give the NCAA hell. Gene Stallings kicked one of their investigators out of the office, and they had a little axe to grind. But I don't think there's an axe to grind here. Just being real with y'all. But caution yourselves, Michigan fans. You're under the scope of an organization that really has no rhyme or reason or history of how they punish people for any crime. And there's another person that's not blameless in all this that people are suddenly starting to forget about already, and that's Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is not blameless in this. Jim Harbaugh absolutely had everything to do with this, in my opinion. And it eerily reminds me of the situation with Pete Carroll and USC, where he won a few national championships there, and they were cheating, like to call him Cheat Pete. They were paying players, most notably Reggie Bush, got a house. And then once the NCAA found them out and started punishing them, or was going to punish them, Pete Carroll up and dips and leaves for the Seattle Seahawks. Just like Jim Harbaugh left Michigan and went to the NFL once he realized that they were about to be slammed. And that's all I got to say about that. If you don't mind, there's a little money dollar sign at the bottom down here. If you want to make a one-time donation, it's got a little dollar sign in the middle of the heart. Smash that. Throw a few dollars in the coffers. Also, you can join the Outlaw Posse, as I said before. It's not but $2.99 a month. That's just 75 cents a week. That's just a half a bottle of water for the Outlaw. Come on, man. Just $2.99 a month. You get a random Four Horsemen shout-out. Get that nice little badge, as well as possibly be the comment of the day. And then, of course, there's the big four. They're all free. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Sharing and subscribing is most important. Sharing is caring. Subscribing is getting the party bigger, getting it crunk right before the football season starts. I'm out of here. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially Dismissed.